Alright, we're going to try this again. Hopefully I can upload this. Hopefully I can get through this video without the little ones coming out and thinking I'm going to take a million pictures of them. They love getting their pictures taken. Got the battery charging on my old charger. I have a really old charger. It was like my dad's. It works still though. Battery's almost completely charged. The reason I had to charge the battery was because I came out to move the four-wheeler this morning so that we could split up the logs, because I had the four-wheeler parked here and I had to move it because my son was trying to throw split logs over the four-wheeler into the wheelbarrow, and he kept hitting my four-wheeler, which I should have known that's what was going to happen anyways. I should have moved the four-wheeler before I asked him. But he got all the logs split up. We need to clean up here soon. But back to explaining what's wrong with the four-wheeler. I was carrying logs the other day, which is the last video that was on here before this one, if I can upload this one. It started raining, brought it up, running perfectly fine and everything. It shut itself off after sitting up here idling for about 5-6 minutes. Then this morning it wouldn't start up, so I took off the tank. I don't have the plastic on. Plastic sitting right here, just the plastic that goes over the tank, and I have the seat off. It's sitting over on my grill. Took everything off because I'm pretty sure it's a fuel problem. It's not getting enough fuel. So I took off everything, cleaned out the carb, put it all back together. Still same problem. It'll start up when I put my hand over the intake, the air intake. It'll start up, it'll run for a second, shut off. Start up, shut off. Yeah. And usually when I do that, when I choke it with my hand like that, I get a lot of fuel on my hand. I'm not getting really any, maybe a couple drops or so. So I'm thinking the carb might still be dirty, but it's got a cheap Chinese carb on it. I still have the OEM carb, but it really needs clean. It's old. The people that had it before me, they ran the dog crap out of it, and then when it wouldn't run for them and stuff, they pretty much, I got it. What else? Oh, I'm going to be changing the grips here soon. I'll do a video on that. Just, these are worn out. They have lines, well, supposed to, but they don't anymore. They're worn out. I was going to do it today, but the screw wouldn't come out, so I think I'm going to have to grab it with some pliers or something. Most likely I would take it to get the OEM carb cleaned and then just put it on there, and I probably wouldn't have any problems. Probably wouldn't. But it costs $80 an hour, and they start at $80. So if it takes them any time over an hour, which roughly it takes an hour to throw parts into a supersonic cleaner and clean it. So if they have to do it 2 times, that's $160. I can buy an OEM carb for less than that. So I might end up getting a supersonic cleaner myself. Hopefully we can have this running before I have to buy a supersonic cleaner. I've been debating getting one anyways. I'm going to end up getting one. Hopefully I can just get this back up and running and keep using a cheap Chinese carb for now until I decide, well, or I can take some money out of like the firewood fund and get a supersonic cleaner. Plan on getting a couple other tools for working on four-wheelers and stuff, because I do rebuild four-wheelers here and there. Like I flip them. Hopefully with getting the camera up where I can upload videos off of my camera, hopefully I can start doing a lot more variant of videos for y'all, and hopefully it's a better quality. I need to I noticed this like a day or two ago. I need to put a bolt in there because my headlight moves, and it's probably not that good for when I'm riding at dusk or dawn or at night. This light's like pointed all the way up. Need to adjust it back down. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but one's pointed up and one's kind of pointed down, so they're not doing so great. Maybe get a light bar to put on here. Now, I don't really use the front rack too much. It'd be nice if I could get a snorkel system, build my own snorkel system, one or the other, relocate the radiator from down here, because it sits right here, relocate it up here, so if we do have to go through any puddles and stuff, we're not messing up our radiator. We're not going to be flooding out the carb, because I kind of think that's the problem, because when we're carrying these logs and stuff, they're kind of a decent amount back in the woods, and I have to go through okay amount of water and mud. Like, my four-wheeler's always muddy. Even if I clean it, it's muddy the next day or next time I use it. And I don't know, I found one piece of dirt. It wasn't dirt, it was like a piece of a leaf or something in the carb. I don't think it was doing anything. I cleaned it out, of course. Didn't take the diaphragm off the top of the carb, and I might have to do that. So the next time, like, I'm going to take the carb back, I'm going to take the tank back off, I'm going to take the carb back off, I'm going to clean it again. Maybe I'll have to go get some carb cleaner. I didn't use carb cleaner this time, so, and we'll see if that works. But just figured I'd try to do a video using the camera, see what the quality looks like. Seems a lot easier because I can take pictures while I'm videoing too, so that's kind of cool, because I could end up using those for thumbnails or whatnot. So hopefully this will work out a lot better. Somebody's down there riding a dirt bike right now. Two-stroke. Not too many people seem to ride the two-stroke four-wheelers. I actually had an offer to get a two-stroke Polaris, which I might still do. I had to change that belt in the side here because my son snapped the original belt, which it was probably worn about out anyways, but didn't even get a video of that. The tank plastic comes down, so normally it looks a lot better. You don't see that rusted exhaust pipe, and realistically I need to wrap that exhaust pipe, because in the summer, which I do most of my cutting and splitting and stacking of the firewood, we kind of burns my leg a little bit because I wear shorts. It's burning hot outside. It's like 90, 100 degrees outside, especially in the middle of the woods. The humidity is killing you, and that leg's burning, like just boiling hot, because that exhaust is right there. So probably get it back up and running, get grips changed on it, because the grips, they're rough. They've been needing changed. I got them. I got some Pro Taper pillow top grips I need to put on. But Peace out. Till next time, y'all. Peace.